So as part of the client administration, so we know how to create the client. So how to create the client, creation of the client, creation of client using SCCL transaction code. Also, we know how to create the logical systems. So that is also we know how to create it using the sale or BD 54 transaction code. You can use it. There is a naming convention for the client. Also, we know how to logical systems. Then we are discussing about the client copies. As part of the client copies, we have the local client copy. Local client copy we have to use like SCCL. Then remote client copy. Remote client copy we have to use the SCC9, and the client export and client import, client export and import. So we have to use the SCC8 for export, SCC7 for the import. Then client copy logs, we can see SCC3, we can see it here. Then client deletion. Suppose like if you want to delete the client, so client deletion, we have to use the SCC5. So, but it's a very dangerous transaction code. If you delete the client, all the data will be deleted from the system here, right? So here, client export and import process here. So local client copy, we know between two clients to copy the data from one client to another client. So between one client within the system, which means within the system, once one client to another client. So remote client copy is the between two systems here. Suppose like you have the one system, one city, and second one is the one city here. So then here we have the suppose example, this is the ABC system, this is the XYZ system here. Okay, so I want to transfer the data from here to here, right? Here to here, I want to transfer the data here. That is called the remote client copy. So which means remotely we are copying the data from one client to another client. One client to another client is called the remote client copy. Remote client copy. We are doing this one here remotely. We are copying the data here. Remote client copy here. Right? So here the source is the ABC, target is the this one. So we are remote client copy. But before that remote client copy, the RFC destination means the road connectivity is important, right? Without road connectivity, we cannot transfer the any data, right? Via this road, the data transfer will happen from one system to another system, one system to another system. The road transfer will happen here. One system to the another system, the road transfer will happen here, right? So that is the remote client copy here. So transferring the data from one system to another system is called the local remote client copy here. Which means here it is the any client, here it is the any client. The main is transferring the data. But remote client copy RFC destination is very important, that we have to create it in SM59 transaction code. In SM59, we will create the RF. So SM59, that is called the RFC, remote function call, RFC. So connectivity, RFC creation. We can create the RFC connection here, right? So normally, if you want to travel from Hyderabad to Bangalore, you have the national highway, or you have the airway, and so we have the road transports we have. So both the ways we can use it. Finally, we need to reach the destinations, right? Same as like here, we can use the RFC connection to connect to the target system here. So remote client copy, we know we have to log into the target system, select the client copy profiles. We can do that one. So the next one is called the export import method. So this is the remote. This is the remote. So using SCC9 transaction code, direct transfer. So direct attack here means Directly you are only person from picking the data here. So then just to play going to target city, Hyderabad city, you are handovering here. So export import method is like it's export import business. Export import business here. So which means you are not the person directly transferring here, right? So you need to export from the source somewhere in middle. So suppose like in Hyderabad to Karnool or Jagityala, somewhere in the middle point, you are doing the export there, right? Then from there to you can do the import to the target system here. There you can do the import to the target system. Final, the both the destinations, both the remote client copy export and import, the both the destinations are we need to place the data into here, right? So we need to place the data into the Bangalore location from Hyderabad. So how you are transferring, whether you are directly transferring, that is called the remote client copy. No, I don't want to directly transfer. Why? Because my data size is more than 1 TB, and also the target is very far more than here. So I cannot travel. Only one person I cannot travel. So which means what we will think here, you are only person going to starting from Hyderabad to Bangalore, or is there any one person? So normally, if the distance is very huge, data size also very huge, what we think. So I will come up to in middle. So somewhere, some place point, we will choose it. Then, so that person will come to there and he will go and will place into the in middle. So then in middle to some that person will pick up and will place into the target side, right? So that is the export import business. That is called the export import client copy method here, which means you can log into the source system, use the SCC8 transaction code, SCC8 transaction code. Then you can do the export to the local file systems. That is called the ESR SAP, the trans directory. Here you will in the trans directory, you will do the export to the here. From here, you can do the import to the target system here. From here, you can do the import to the target system here. So target system, you can do the imports here. That is called the so SCC7 here, which means so you will log into the source, do the exports. You will log into the target with the target system, use the SC7, then you can import to the respective system here. That is called the export and import. That is called the export and import here, right? So that is the export import. So here, if we see here in our systems here, if you log into the systems here, let's do the export here. But here the mandatory thing is export import method. So both the systems should be in the TMS landscape. Our next topic is the TMS landscape. Both the systems should be in the TMS landscape here. So in that case, what we have to do, we need to log into the system. So here, what we can do, we can just do the so STMS. Let's see what are the systems are configured here in STMS. So here ECD you have configured, I think. This should be configured actually. ECD, ECP, all the systems should be in the TMS configuration. So then only so the export import method should work. This is our next topic. So this topic will depend on the next topic, but anyhow we'll do it. So but that time also, after that dependency topic also completed, we will also discuss the same export import method. Also we will discuss about this one here. All right. So here it is checking here the target. Okay, target is down. Okay, that's the reason. Got it. So what we have to do here, you can go to the SCC8 is the transaction code. You can export the data, what data you want to export it, you can export it. In which system you want to import it, you can import it at the same system. So then just click on the OK button or schedule as a background job immediately the job. Then you are it will create the when you are doing the export, it will create the client export, which will create the three requests here. One is the cross client data, then client specific data, then so client specific text. So which means KO, KT, KX. They are the three files will be generated, but so three files will be generated at operating system level in the trans directory, which means you are exporting to the one of the file system here. If you go to SCC3, so here we can find out the exports. So right, so it is getting exported here. See here, it is getting exported here. It is processing. So it is processing here. So which means it is getting exported. So once the data got exported successfully, then we can do the import. See here, the request got generated here. So then it is processing status here, right? Once it is processing status here, just we can monitor and see in the monitor also we can find out how many tables got copied. Then so finally it got completed status here, right? We got completed status here. When you want to import it here, then log into the target system, right? So then what we can do, we can use the SCC7, then see, so what is that request which got exported here? What is the request which got exported? NW1KT00070, right? Then here 70 requests got in the import list here. Then click on the schedule as a background job, then we can do the imports option here. So this is the way we can do the exports and import option here. This is the way we can do the export and import option here, right? Exporting to the middle means one of the file system, then importing into the, so exporting to the middle and importing into the your target system here, right? So that is the one concept here. So that is the entire client administration. These are the transaction codes we discussed into the client administration here. So, but export import in a detailed way, again, we will discuss in the once the TMS configuration is completed. So, which means why? Because there is a dependency on the TMS configuration. So, both the systems are how the both the systems we have to connect it here. So, there is a, you will get confused, right? So, why? Because there is a topic here, transport management system. So once the topic is completed, then you will come to know all the information that we will discuss. Okay. So if we go to same SCC3 logs, then here also we can find out the logs as well here. How the imports happening, all the information we can see it here, right? We can see it here. The data we can see it here. So that's what we can discuss in the. So we can get not only this system, another client, another system, another client. So export and import method here. So here, sir, which cases we need to both the remote client copy and export import methods, both the things you are directly transferring to the, so you are transferring to the target system. But remote client copy, it's a direct transfer to the target. Then export import method is like a exporting to the local file system, then importing into the target system here, exporting and importing into the target system here. That's what we have to do it in the systems here, export and import methods here. Okay, that's what we have to do it in the systems. That is called the export and import methods here, client copies. Okay, so the same concept in the ECC, it's the same. Any systems, it is same. Coming to the S4HANA systems, the client copies concept are slightly different. The client copies concept are slightly different, which means they are the new transaction codes are SAP introduced here, which means here you are selecting the client profiles. Here you are selecting the client profiles here, right? So profiles you are selecting, then you are transferring, and also you are using the this transaction codes here. So when it comes to the S4HANA systems, S4HANA system means the latest version of the S4HANA systems here. So the client copies in the S4HANA systems here, the transaction codes are slightly changed to the SCCL, SCC. So 9 N new SCC 8 N, then SCC 7 N. So right. So these are the exports, import, local, remote. So these are the client copy. So got the new client copy tools got introduced in the S4 HANA systems here. New. So client copy tools, client copy tools introduced here. Normal systems. This is the one when it goes to the S4 HANA system, the latest version of the S4 HANA systems. So every transaction code client copy related, we have the N they have introduced it here, and they have introduced it here. So here the one more advantage is like a you are just not only replicating the suppose like this is our S4 HANA system, right? Just log into the basis user, right? So here, if you choose the SCCL, so they will say like there is a new client copy tools are introduced it here. New client copy tools are introduced it here. So like, so new client copy tools are local client copy tools are introduced. So here you need to select the source client. What is the source client? Then what is the target client? Right? So then you want to use the profile or you want to use the tables, you want to use the package. So it means you have the lot of things here. Not only if you use the profile, all the tables, whatever the data is there in the table, everything. No, I don't want to replicate. I want only a small table here. That is what I want to transfer it from one to another. Then you can select the table, then you can direct do the execution or you can run as a task list here in the background mode, right? So that is also one of the possibility, local client copy. Okay. Then if you go with the SCC9, so SCC9, so SCC9N, right? So then see here the source target. The usage is same, but only thing is the 9 means remote client copy. Then you need to select the RFC destinations part. Then select the target client, which client you want to import. Then you can, if you want to, not just to additionally, they have introduced the this button here. Okay, table selection, which tables you want to do the imports. All the tables are only specific tables, so only table selection we have to do it here, right? That is only one possible thing here. One table or multiple table or packages we can do the import here. That is called the, so in the S4 HANA we have the, these are the new changes are happened here, right? So when you go to the SC7N, so imports also, client imports also, we have the tables, client tables here, right? So target client, you can select it. Then source destination. So ID or transport request. What is the transport request number? Or what are the suppose like tables? If you want to only do it tables, you can also select the which table you want to do it. The table we can select it. So this kind of things we can do it in the S4 HANA systems here. These are the new client copy tools got introduced in the S4 HANA systems here, right? S4 HANA systems. So we can also just someone ask you what are the new changes are happened in the S4 HANA systems compared to the ECC and other systems means. So in place of here, normal transaction code, you have the new client copy tools are introduced. That is called the, in the last letter N, we will get it out N here, right? So normal logs, it's like same SCC3, normal logs, you will check it out here. Normal logs, we can check it out. The client copy logs, everything we can check it out here, SCC3. But there is no SCC3N, just only client copy related, the transaction codes are changed, but same transaction code SCC4, then same transaction code SCC5 for the deletion, then same transaction code for the SM12. So same, it's the same, just only so client copy related, and also the background jobs also changed in the, so normally in the ECC systems we may have to manually release the standard background jobs in the SM36 here, right? SM36 here. But here there is a new transaction code SAP introduced that is called the S job repo. S job repo. This is for the so standard SAP standard background jobs related transaction code here. So here you can see the all the jobs with respect to their technical job repository. All the jobs you can see it here for the all the jobs auto what are the jobs as per your system it is required, it will be released automatically. It will be released automatically here, which means you no need to schedule or release the jobs. Automatically system will decide, will do that one here. Here you need to remember is what is the transaction code, what are the changes are happened in the so standard transaction in the standard jobs here. S job repo, remember that word, transaction code in the S4 HANA, that is called the S job repo. This is the one of the technical changes. So normal jobs creation, you can use SM36 here, but only the standard jobs they have separated. That is called the technical job repository, right? So remaining things are common. So one more transaction code that is called the SMENQ. So we don't have this transaction code in the in the normal systems here. So older systems here. ECC or NetWeaver, CRM, SRM here. So SMNQ they have introduced SMENQ they have introduced in the S4HANA system for NQ monitoring, the logs, arguments. So those monitoring purpose. So they have introduced this one here, SMNQ. They have introduced it here, right? They have introduced this one here in the S4HANA systems, right? So remaining all are same, SM59 RFC destination. Say that's why I said, right? Our duty, our work is common in all the systems. Our basis work is common. Either S4HANA systems or ECC systems or anywhere, our work is common. The only the difference is like a few are the new changes are happened in the SAP S4HANA systems here. So those changes, if you know, then that's good. But because remaining work is common, so the transaction codes are everything is common. Only thing is that few changes are happened. One is the client copy related tools and jobs related and SMNQ. So these are the some changes are happened in the S4 HANA systems. S4 HANA systems we have these changes are happened in the systems here. These are the functional related transaction code. So those functional people will take care. You no need to about the so functional. Our transaction codes always starts with the S, M, or S series. S series or maintenance related SM star or S star related transaction codes are our basis related and the basis related transaction codes here. Okay, so this is about the so client copy related transaction codes, client copy related transaction codes here in the systems here. Okay, so that is the client copies related. Now let's talk about the so the other small concept here. Okay, so any questions regarding the client copy administration perspective?